Welcome to High Infidelity, the best cheating videos on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into the video. I, 42 male, think wife, 40 female, might be cheating. I have recently been starting to wonder if my wife might be cheating, but I'm not sure what to do from here. I have no smoking gun for evidence, so I don't want to confront her or bring it up in case nothing is happening, or to have her cover things up. It has just been small things and a spidey sense. About 4 months ago she started working out a lot more and became much more interested in how she looks. She is very attractive but never really wore much makeup or did much with her hair. She has also started being protective with her phone, which I know is a bad sign. It is normal for us to go into each other's phone, but no, it never leaves her side, and if I ask for it to take a picture or something, she will tell me to use mine. She has also been staying late at work more often and has been taking a few more out-of-town trips for work. In this last 4 months she hasn't initiated any kind of intimacy and only gives me pecking type of kisses. I tried to initiate with her a handful of times and she rejected me a few times, and a few times she let me go through with it but wasn't engaged and just laid there. It made me feel really bad, worse than getting rejected outright. I brought up the lack of intimacy a while back and she said that she was exhausted all the time from being a mom, work, and lifting weights. She said that she would try to do a better job and kiss me later that night, but nothing has changed. I have wondered if it might be some kind of midlife crisis kind of thing. There is a guy at her work that I am thinking could be trouble. My wife used to talk about him a lot, but a few months ago she quit mentioning him. But I know they still work closely together. From what I can gather, he is married with kids and told my wife that he is having marital issues. I met him briefly a few times and he basically ignored me. We were around a lot of other people. He isn't nearly as attractive as me and definitely not in great shape like me, not to brag but it's true. I am big and strong and he is kind of average and a little overweight. But he dresses flashy and is outgoing and likes to drink. I don't really like drinking, and my wife has mentioned a few times that she wished I would go out drinking every now and then. I graduated high school and he has a master's degree. He also makes a lot more money than I do. I train fighters and love what I do, but make a very modest living. This guy probably makes 6x what I do and flaunts what he has. I just bring up all that as my assessment of how we differ. The biggest thing that I have been wondering about is that this last trip for work was at a tropical resort type of place, and my understanding at the time was that there were a big group of them going. It turns out that it was just my wife, the flashy guy, and the CEO. The CEO is very old and doesn't really interact socially, he is just all business. In my imagination, my wife and this other guy spent a lot of time together over that week doing who knows what. My dilemma is that I want to see if my gut feeling is right, but don't want to cause a bigger issue by accusing her or asking. We have had a few ups and downs over the years, but have had a pretty good overall marriage from my side. No major issues or anything. I am not the most outgoing guy and I don't make much money, which has been a small issue for my wife. She says I am not living up to my potential and I could make a lot more money doing something else. I don't want to make it sound like she is obsessed with money in any way, but I know women are more comfortable with a bigger nest egg. She thinks I can do other things, but I am not really qualified for anything other than fighting or training fighters. That's basically been my entire life. Or, possibly being a personal trainer. None of those things are big money makers. But other than those things, she seems pretty happy. A friend of mine said I should keep my suspicions to myself and start doing things to spy and collect evidence, if it's there. But I feel weird about violating her privacy. If she is cheating, I can't imagine I would ever stay with her. I hope I am wrong about all of this. But thoughts of her cheating are starting to flood my mind and I feel like I need to find out either way. We have 2 kids and that is the part that scares me. I am involved in every part of my kids' lives and my heart would be broken to only see them half the time. Sorry for the long post. I would love to hear some ideas on how to deal with this. Update 1. So here is the newest information. I was able to get the login information for our cell phone account. She uses her phone a lot for work and nothing looked weird until I started sorting the numbers and times. There were a ton of texts to one specific number at times very late at night, a few hours after we go to bed. I am going to see whose number that belongs to and find a way to get into her phone and see what name it is saved under. After I saw this I started to get emotional and angry. I tried to tell myself it could be a mistake or some girlfriend of hers. Last night I tried to initiate, expecting to be rejected. And rejected I was. She said she was sorry but was too tired and had a headache. I told her that I was feeling like we weren't connecting very well. She said she is sorry and will try to be better. She said that last time. I didn't push the issue or anything, just told her goodnight and went to bed. This morning she told me she was thinking about taking a girls' trip to Vegas. She doesn't gamble. I asked who she would go with and it was a few girls I never met. Apparently friends from college. Maybe all this is a coincidence, but a lot of stuff is looking weird. Now look at some comments. I am so sorry dude, but with what you wrote I too believe she's having an affair. All the points add up to it. Midlife crisis is one thing, this is something totally different. I too think you need to dig deeper and collect evidence. And also yes, speak with a lawyer to find out your rights if she is having an affair. You could get primary custody maybe easier if you have the evidence to prove she is taking away from your kids by having a fling and not being present with them like she should be. You need to protect yourself and children, that's your stance right now. Or an opinion should be. I thought I would get responses like this, unfortunately. I have a friend that is an attorney, but not a divorce attorney. He said the best I could hope for would be 50-50 custody. In our state cheating doesn't matter. She makes a lot more money than me, so he said I would probably get spousal support. It is hard to imagine why she would cheat. Things were always pretty good. I probably need to figure out how to start looking into it. I don't have money for an investigator, so I would be on my own. I'm sorry dude. Here in my state cheating is a big deal, so I was hoping it would be in yours as well. Why would she cheat? Well, I can't answer that, but just know it's not because of you. She's doing this for her own inner issues. You seem like a good dude and dad. But trust me, 2 happy parents are better than 2 parents who aren't a team. Kids can sense it. Don't think they are too young to notice. She has never given me a reason to distrust her all this time. If she is cheating, it makes no sense. Compared to a lot of couples we know, it seems like we are happier than most of them. She is a great mom and was a great wife, at least up until about 4 months ago. If it is cheating, I don't think I will handle it well. I will need to try to keep my cool. Won't be easy. But as the op stated, 50-50 is almost a certainty unless she either doesn't want them or has some sort of substance abuse issues, and it doesn't sound like it. I have to agree, all the signs are there. I'd try to see if you can find any evidence, whether it's stopping by her work under the pretense of surprising her with a snack when she says she's working late, or checking cell records, numbers called/texted. Unfortunately you can't get the actual text messages. Try to find something. If she's not cheating on you, great. But if she is, she doesn't deserve the respect of you not looking around to find out. I am not very tech savvy, but I'm going to look up how to get the cell records, or if I have access. She takes care of the online billing, so I would need to get in there. If it is the flashy guy, I wonder if they would even communicate much over the phone since she sees him all the time. But maybe I could stop by and see how she reacts or if she's even there. If she is there, she would wonder why I stopped by. That might tip my hand. But gotta do something.